And we return with the last series of the day. I'm Harry Freak, and you're watching the Eastern European DPC Division 2. And it is going to be cybercats versus RISE Esports. For all of those people that are just joining us, we had two series before this one already. First one was HF versus X3. It ended up in a 2-1 score for HF. Then we had PuckChamp versus YNT. PuckChamp won 2-1 versus YNT. And now let's see if we can get those 9 game days today in. On February the 13th, when there were 3 best of 3s as well, we had 9 games as well. But I think they were a lot shorter than the games we had today. So if we get a full best of 3 today, we're going to have the longest day so far here in Division 2. So let's try to break the record, guys. With that being said, we should be getting into the draft fairly soon. It is going to be starting in a minute. So we'll see who comes out on top. Some people in the chat are asking, who do I favor here? It's actually very hard to say. When we look at these two teams, they're very close to each other. I would still favor RISE. I think they should be a stronger team, especially with the names. Dino, Dodrin, Blizzy, Arrow, Black Archangel. The thing is that lately, they've been dropping the ball. Though, can we really say it that way? Considering that they lost against PuckChamp, they lost against Hydra. Those are really solid teams. They did drop a game to X3, but they did allow them to have the Enigma in that one. So I wouldn't really blame them for that. So I think RISE Esports are still coming in as the favorites. Cybercats, they have a ton of new names. Chira, Zenica, Jess V has been there, but not really at the top of his game. So I think I'm still favoring RISE here. If I would have to, make a prediction now, I think it would be 2-1 for RISE Esports. Though we'll see. It might be 2-0 Cybercats. It might be 2-0 RISE. We don't know. That's why we wait for the game to find out, and we have a draft on our hands, guys. Cybercats versus RISE. Last series of the day. 2 or 3 more games left. We already had a long day, but now we are getting into the last series. Let's see how it's going to go. RISE. What do they pick? It's going to be a DP. So that's going to be something that they open up with. So we're not going to be looking. Have they played a DP versus Hydra? No. Versus PuckChamp? Yes. And that was actually a pretty long game that they played against PuckChamp. So they did force PuckChamp into 2 50-plus minute games. Overall, DP has been their go-to hero. They know how to utilize this one. Probably the best out of any other Division 2 teams, because we have seen people fail with it. They did beat Sigma with the Death Prophet. Later on, it was banned out. So I'm thinking they definitely know how to play this hero. Enigma will be picked up by Cybercats and a Tiny as well. Okay, Cybercats, they're going all out. So it is gonna be a Force Majeure Tiny, and of course a Zenica Enigma. Immediately they pick up an Ursa on RISE. So Dino is a pretty solid Ursa player. His hero pool isn't all that big, but he's actually a pretty decent player on the on heroes that he plays. I'd say he is, slightly nerfed version of Shigetsu. Even though Dino at some point, I don't know if you guys remember, I think he was playing for PuckChamp at the time. They qualified for the major, then the major was cancelled, and then after that they dropped to Division 2, and never again did he gain his strike. So this guy has been at the top of Eastern Europe. Dodgen played for Bed Boom, Windstrike at the time, the one that didn't do too well in the in TI, but he wasn't a part of it. Then he was replaced by Laurel because he has had some problems overall. So what happened? There were some internet problems in Kazakhstan, and no one really knew exactly what it was, right? And it lasted for quite some time. They couldn't wait for him, so they had to replace him. I think that was the story behind it, as I remember. Sure, that was the case. But anyways, Black Archangel, we all know that he has those nice pink headphones. Man, I should have secured those for today. Maybe I can plug them in for for the last 2 games. We'll see. But overall, for now, we'll definitely have to make do with these. Though these are a little bit more comfortable. I'm not gonna be saying which is which. No, giving any advertising here. But RISE Esports. Let's see what they are going to be banning here. They're taking some time. I guess Viper. No, you're not going to be banning out the offlaners, right? Because you already see an Enigma. So that's why you picked up an Ursa. You don't really have to waste the bans onto anything you don't like. Is there anything that the Ursa is kind of afraid of? Faces Void, maybe? I'm not going to be picking that one up on cybercats. You won't have any damage.
Team ban.
I'll get rid of the Drow. Okay. Drow Sniper.
Radiant team pick.
Heroes that buy into 4-staff, even though if you get on top of him, you're going to destroy him. So they pick up a Treant versus a DP, and it's a Radiant Treant. So overall, not the biggest fan. I'm seeing some really big issues with the cybercats damage. Yes, Enigma can do a lot of it, but these 2 supports, they don't really contribute. If the Tiny is a core, then fine. But we still don't know, and I would assume it's a support given that you picked it up with an Enigma, and it is a great lane to go together. So RISE, they might want something that cancels out the Black Hole. Pango and the Silencer, probably the best ones. Doom is still in the pool, but I think you want to keep things interesting. Rubik is still in. Really? This is a Rubik then. I feel like Rubik Tusk would be something I'd pick. Okay, they're gonna go for the CM, so it's a laning partner for the Ursa versus the Enigma. We already saw how strong it can be. Anything else that comes to mind? I still see that Rubik is a really good pick. Avalanche is a great steal. Overgrowth is a great steal. Like, I go for the Clockwork. Not the easiest one to cancel the Black Hole with. And the Morphling comes out. The more I'm seeing the Cybercats lineup, the more I'm scared for their damage. Yes, they do have ways to delay the game, but Morphling isn't the one to join the fights early. Right? How you're going to kill the DP? How you're going to kill Dirsa? Later on down the line you can, but early stages of the game you're severely outclassed in terms of damage output. When the CM and the Clockwork are running to you, yes, you do have the Avalanche to keep them away. You do have the Overgrowth, but it's going to be tough. I think Cybercats are going to be needing to defend the towers with their lives. So even while you're farming with the Morphling, you might have to get yourself into that one. I'm not saying that this lineup cannot be played. You have a pushing potential with the Enigma. You have tower defending capabilities with the Treant Protector. You stop the enemies running in. But you are very, very greedy in a sense that you don't do much until you hit your timing, right? And that in that regard, greedy. You don't need a ton of farm for these heroes to work, but you need like 20 minutes of time for there nothing to happen on the map. So you're going to be needing good lanes and a couple of pickoffs with the Tiny. Rough one. Because let's say this is a support Tiny, right? Which is most likely going to be the case. If he doesn't get kills, he really won't have anywhere to farm. One lane will be taken by the Enigma. The only lane he'll be able to farm is like the dead lane where you've lost the tower, and that is where the Treant wants to be. So I'm very much skeptical about this one. They banned out the Coddle, they banned out the Invoker on RISE, Ember and the Beastmaster on the other side. So thinking RISE might pick up a offlaner now. Though I would like a DP versus the Morphling here. It's actually not that bad. Because Treant Protector doesn't like running into the DP, but he likes running into heroes.
10 seconds remaining.
We've seen an OD. I wouldn't mind an OD.
5 seconds remaining.
Not really a lot of things that can counter you in lane currently, and you're good against the Morphling. You already have some tower push. You're gonna have even more Roche taking capabilities. Save inside of the Black Hole is quite nice too. So I wouldn't mind it. I don't know if Dodgerin wants to play it though. Dodgerin has played some mobility heroes if I remember correctly. So he has played some Tusk. That is still in the pool. That would actually be okay with the Crystal Maiden and the Clockwork, just to have some damage there. Diving the Treant Protector, I wouldn't hate that.
Lycan.
They're gonna go for the Lycan. So it is gonna be a Blizzy Lycan and a Dodgerin DP. Okay. So it's full on pushing, and considering that Cybercats need some time to get in line, it's a problem. You are going into a Treant Protector, but yeah, with this amount of push, he's not really gonna be able to stop them when they come.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I'd rather put the Tiny in the mid lane. pick up something like a Snapfire maybe. The lane with Enigma already would be pretty good. Just some damage. Hoodwink, I don't know. I just feel like if you put this Tiny on support, it's going to be a problem. But considering their picks so far, I don't know. It is going to be Techies. Okay. I like this more. So it is going to be Techies coming out. For now, it is 0% win rate. Though today we had 100% win rate Coddle that lost. So it is the this day of changing things. If I'm not mistaken, it was 6 Techies games that was played. Wait. Yeah, it's 6 Techies games. And all of them were losses, 0% win rate. So I'm going to have to go against that one on cybercats. I don't know how many of those were played by them specifically. We're just gonna check that one out. But I'm not a fan. Okay, at least one was played by them. 2. Okay, a lot of it was played by cybercats, and they lost with this hero quite a lot. So I'm not having the faith for it for sure. I like that they put the Tiny in the mid lane, but overall I think RISE Esports are gonna be taking this game very, very fast. They have so much tower push. They have so much ability to take the Roche as well. So objective taking is on their side. Ability to make aggressive plays only comes from the Tiny. You just have to keep your eyes on him, and you actually have good heroes to do so. So with that being said, I do think that RISE Esports should be getting this one. I still look at them as the favorites. Dropping to Hydra and to PuckChamp, it is nothing to be sad about. RISE Esports are still looking like a pretty decent team. If they win today, yeah, they can't really get into the Division 1, can they? So it was already secured. Maybe that does take them away, because cybercats, they still could drop to Division 2 if HF wins tomorrow. With that being said, guys, we do have a game on our hands. It is ready. But before that, a word from our sponsors.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
Nothing on the line for RISE Esports other than pride, of course, which is a big deal for sure. If RISE Esports loses this one, then YNT and cybercats are going to be getting into a triple tie, which might be played, might not. I'm not sure. We'll see how that works, but Valve has given the orders that every single tiebreaker does be played. That'll be a 3-way tie. So we're going to be seeing at least 3 best of ones on the 22nd. Looking at the screen here, everyone's camera is working quite nicely, and that is quite nice to see. Chira gonna have to be the one that we're gonna be looking at, and he has Rocky there. So considering that he's playing a Tiny, it does make sense. Obviously, he's not referring to a world famous boxer movie, but rather referring to the fact that he's playing a literal rock, currently a pebble, but it will grow, it will amass some more, and will be a big problem. cybercats, they get 2 runes there. RISE Esports, we're seeing that they're the favorites, but these are the closest odds that we've had for the entirety of the day, so this should be the closest series. We have seen 2-2-1, so if this is gonna be closer than those, that's gonna be amazing. Clockwork goes in, and Force Majeure, he's like, yeah, let's fight. Well, you're gonna be thinking twice about that, aren't you? So the Treant will get pushed back. Arrow does do some nice damage. Clockwork does really strike me like an Arrow hero. He likes to be very weird with his picks, and this is pretty much normal for him. He's just gonna try to be keeping the Treant away, so that at least he can have a free lane. That does mean that the Morphling will have a free lane, but you're not stopping that one. There's just no way. So top lane, it is going to be Black Archangel and Dino. They're going to be dealing with the Jesvi, Techies, and the Enigma. A lot of damage can come out from these two. Of course, you want Zeneca to get his level 3. Before he can really be able to do some nice damage there. Black Archangel is going to be smacked by the Techies. This hero is not to be underestimated. It's one of the best heroes to lane against Ursa, all in all, because you have 700 range, right? And Ursa doesn't like being harassed. Ursa likes to be full so that he can go ham. Well, against the Techies, you're never going to be full. Jesvi will We'll make sure of it. Just those hits out. And we're hearing the snorts from the Techies Arcana. He's not really that good on the usage of these sticky bombs. We saw that Dino is pretty much laughing at him there. Of course, Jesvi is not going to be knowing about that one, but you're probably getting slightly annoyed there. Ursa, Urchok, they want the Eidolons. They're going to be getting all of them. Zeneca just gives away so much, and they're going for him as well. They're going to be able to get him with the Frostbite. Couple of more hits there. Not going to be enough. The Ursa doesn't get himself on top of that one, and with the slow from the Techies, it is enough for RISE Esports to give up on this one. Oh, Jesvi is there to save his buddy. So that was decently scary there for the Enigma. Good job being done by the Techies overall with the harassment, and of course with the blocking of the camps. No camps there for the Enigma. We already talked about it in the previous series, and we know how it turns out. You're going to be farming well with the carry. Yeah, it's a free farm lane versus the Enigma, but you're not going to be able to shut down the Enigma, and in terms of levels, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Bottom lane, Force and Alberca doing a good job, but the thing is that Blizzy, he is farming really well for himself, and with the creeps being towards him, no pulls coming through, this is just gonna continue. He doesn't want to have a fair fight with the Morphling there in terms of CS, because Morphling is always gonna be winning that one, but that's why he's pulling the creeps back. Very well known for his axe performances in his time back in Na'Vi. This is not a blink jump hero, but he knows how to utilize it for sure, and for now he's doing much better than his offlane counterpart. Mid lane, Tiny versus the Death Prophet, losing slightly. This should be a Death Prophet favorite matchup, especially because you can just start running in onto the Tiny with the Spirit Siphon, and it doesn't really matter. You have a ton of HP on the Tiny, but you're still gonna be in a world of hurt. Want to be all nice and personal. Dodron, he's laughing, he's having a good time. He knows that this game is going well. One thing that could be a deciding factor, like other than pride, nothing on the line for RISE Esports, cybercats, as I mentioned, they could get eliminated. Very unlikely to happen. HF are very likely to lose tomorrow, but it is still a possibility. So we'll see how it actually goes. Jira. He's getting gone on here. Spirit Siphon really hurts him. The glyph will get used by Dodron. He doesn't want to be smacked by the tower there, and he's not. If those creeps had died, we would have been seeing a bit of a different scenario there, with Dodron taking some unnecessary damage. And it's not going to be mattering. Blizzy standing his ground. Look at this. He is not really taking any damage from the Treant. Force Majeure coming over. Alberca was the wolves for now. Those wolves will know how to swim, and they will survive. Man, Enigma, when the hero denies a creep, that sound is actually pretty nasty and unnerving. Dodron farming well. Same is true for Chira. The difference is pretty small there between them. 4 CS. It's 1 creep wave. You get for 1 rune and everything can change. The runes are going to be very important for the Tiny. Every single rune that allows him to rotate, mainly the haste rune, is something that you're going to be looking for. He cannot really kill the DP, so that's why you need to be mobile. And Blizzy is probably going to be his target. I always like when Tinies from the mid lane go and kill these tempo setters. And if you kill the Ursa, he's still gonna get a Battle Fury and farm. You're just gonna slow him down slightly. But if you kill the Lycan, there's not gonna be a map for the Ursa to farm once he gets the Battle Fury, and that's gonna be a lot more valuable. Let's see if it works. Blizzy is farming okay, but he hasn't been able to stop the Morphling. When we look at it, Alberca, he's just having a time of his life, and Blizzy, really. Chira, the missing is coming out. Chira is gonna be fine, uses the avalanche and gets his ulti. He's really not gonna be getting too close to those creeps. Look at the supports of RISE. They're really coming for this one. They want the Tiny dead, but Chira is gonna be waiting there. Dino left alone. Blizzy left alone. Blizzy is gonna be fine. Dino on the other hand, not really. Chira with the raindrops is gonna be more than fine. See, coming forward, Tiny
Dire's bottom tower
will be
is under
okay. He's
attack.
going for the power treads. Finally, Force does come over to the mid lane. He's not gonna allow his buddy to fall that easily. Oh, Wolves coming over. They've been sent as well. Chira now is a little bit too tanky to be dropping down. They will be popping the Exorcism with the Siege Creep. That should be solid damage onto the tower, but Cybercats are gonna try to pull the creeps to the side. Let's see, that solid damage. It's really not gonna be that high. Clockwork, what is his career doing? Well, it is dying, I guess. Chira does get that one, and there's gonna be a solid amount of gold into his and the pockets of his teammates. Dodrin, very risky to go forward, and they don't even do 50% of the tower in damage, considering there's a Treant Protector on the other side that could be healed. So we'll see if RISE Esports do manage to go through that one before the living armor starts kicking in. Of course, the heals from the living armor, they do take some time. Arrow, farming the jungle. This is the strength of the Clockwork ever since they changed this one, but he puts himself in a bad position. Now there's gonna be double cogs, and Arrow, he's stuck in a prison with Alberca, filling in with water, and ultimately he will drown. It is gonna be Alberca that gets the kill. First blood, 7.5 minutes in. We are back to the Eastern European stereotype, 7 minutes without any kills.
Dire's bottom tower
I'm actually having a lot of fun casting this game. I don't know why. I don't know how. But I am having a lot of fun considering that I didn't really look at the time and like, oh, it's 8 minutes, really? Well, it is quite weird, but the laning phase going in favor of Cybercats for now. It is the Morphling that is doing well. Of course, RISE Esports, they're gonna be the ones having the first timing in the early mid game. But you're gonna need to make that count considering that your lane didn't go too well. Avalanche, Toss in place. They're gonna try to do the damage. It's not gonna be enough. With just V not being level 6. Dodrin gonna turn around. Spirit Siphon, we all know how much this heals. One Spirit Siphon, 600 HP, and all of your hard work for nothing. Dodrin, just with one spell that has 4 charges, very low cooldown. Well, it's gonna be dealing with that one. There are some headphone issues there on the side of Cybercats. Not really sure why. There's already only one kill, so no reason to smash your headphones into the monitor. Oh wait, wrong region. But gonna say go when ready. That is what GWR means. You guys didn't know, but we all know that every single one of our viewers here is highly educated in Dota slang. Dodger not very educated on the tiniest damage once you just get level 6 because you use that Crypt Swarm and your range creep is 100% going to be getting denied. Level 6 on Blizzy, he does have the Helm of the Dom. He finds a perfect creep to go for a push, and now the skeletons will be rallying, but first he is going to be he's going to be killing that ancient camp. Mid lane, the difference between the mid laners, 500 gold in favor of Dodger and Chira. Working towards the Blink Dagger. Probably going to have like a 12-minute blink. Usually a great timing is like 9.5, 10, 11 is good. 12, 13, it's already a little bit too late, but still acceptable for a tiny. Enigma working towards the mech. The Ursa working towards a Battle Fury. No surprises there. Danica. He's staying on the top lane. It's looking very good for the Enigma, actually. He has over the net worth of the Ursa, and able to push him back. So this pick of the Ursa and the Crystal Maidens work out too well for them. Sending the illusions towards top. RISE Esports, they don't really have any Treant Protectors, so there's not going to be able to prevent any of this damage. If you want to go there, you're going to have to fight, but your heroes are not equipped to do so. RISE Esports, they have to be dealing with the tower on the bottom lane, and 10 minutes in, we have 1 kill, an action-packed game. This reminds us of a game whose name will not be spoken. The 10 minutes in just has 1 kill, no one is dying, and they just play the laning phase, and that is what RISE Esports and Cybercats are doing to us. After a long day, they really are bringing in the excitement.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Of course, sarcasm, guys. I think everyone would understand it there. Still, the skeletons are rallying and Blizzy wants to take this tower down. Let's see. Force Majeure is going to be doing his best to prevent that from happening, but the Siege Tree finally does get into that one, and the creeps are going to be following suit, so the tower should fall. There's nothing that Force Majeure can do about it. It's just going to go through the trees and ultimately die. Chira going for the Crystal Maiden. They're trying to blow her up. They're going to be more than happy to do so, and Alberca gets the kill, but still this DP is a problem, and Chira will be dropping down for sure. One more hit and the Crypt Swarm will do the trick. Sticky Bomb slows down Dodgen, but a bit too late. Alberca is joining the fight. I like that one. He's gonna be silenced up. Actually, he didn't get the morph off. This is looking really bad for him. He does get the waveform off. Jesvi, he doesn't have that one. He doesn't have the blast off. And Blizzy is hungry. 3 little pigs. And they were in the wrong house. So it is gonna be the wolf that gets the kill. Our in the mid lane. Revive. Force Majeure. Dies. Dino Zavrik. Dino Zavrik does finish him off. That is going to be a tower and a couple of kills for RISE. Finally, we're going to be seeing some action happen around the map. And Alberca, he might have joined the fray there in the mid lane, but not in a way that he would have liked. If he's the Morphling, he's still surviving. He's still topping the network chart. Enigma right behind him, but RISE Esports, they're starting to come back into it, to crawl back. Dino working towards the Battle Fury. He's only going to be needing the Void Stone after this one. Buy the Claymore, 1350. Then only 800 gold left there for the Void Stone. Dino is gonna have a decent timing on the Battle Fury. Around 13 and a half, 14 minutes in. Not ideal. We've seen better today, especially with the raid band. I think Shigetsu had it like 12 and a half, 13 minutes in with a raid band and a phase boot. So, you know, slightly better, but overall, this is not bad either. The problem I'm having with cybercats is that they're tiny. Is not looking good. He will go for a smoke. Jesvi has level 6, so the proximity mines are ready. Yeah, everyone's coming to the high ground. Yeah, we're smoked, so I think if Black Archangel was paying attention, he's gonna know that something is coming for him. CM could explode. Seems like it's not gonna be the target they're looking for. Tiny approaching the Blink Dagger. Timing, not the greatest, not the worst. But still, he's definitely struggling in terms of net worth. When we compare him and Dodgen, it's not even close. Meanwhile, we're going to be hearing explosions. Cybercats trying to farm the jungle as much as they can, pushing in the top lane. Crystal Maiden, Black Archangel at this point now would probably want to start killing people. But just not happening at the moment. Want to control this area. Dodgen does use the haste on the other part of the map. Not really sure where he wants to go. I guess it's more of, I found a haste, I'm gonna push out the mid lane, I'm gonna be safe while doing so, and that's gonna be that. Both of the offlaners playing pretty much the same game, and I told you guys it's gonna be passive, but RISE Esports, they would want it to be a bit more active. Avalanche, toss, hookshot comes through, and Alberca did turn into the Death Prophet. That's why there were 2 of them. Arrow does get dropped down, and Morphling is coming into play. They get the silence onto the Crystal Maiden, blast off, doing a ton of damage, and the Stolen Crypt Swarm will secure the kill. Alberca gets a double. I'm really liking that he's joining the fight. Without him, his team has no damage. With him, they have more than enough. Dino, Battle Fury at the ready. Once the wind lays there to tie the shoes, make sure that he's getting faster to the camps. Kira? Yeah, not really gonna be finding anything there. The things are slow. RISE Esports. The thing is, against the Dream Protector, going for tier 2 is gonna be very, very tough. This is looking okay for Cybercats. They're buying time, and their Morphling is looking really strong. Alberca, he's finding the right fights. Heal Scepter on the Death Prophet. That's nice against the techies in general. You get yourself up in the air, and you're gonna be surviving, but the Helm of the Overlord on Blizzy, that is the one that you need to be careful of.
Radiant are scanning.
Do you want something? The Ancient Black Dragon is hungry. But so is the pack. There's gonna be a dog, a wolf, a bear. Like, we have everything here on RISE Esports. Out of cybercats. Well, no story like that. No woodland critters. Oh, you know, a wolf and a bear aren't really critters. They're very strong, apex predators. But you might have way too many of those. There's gonna be a fight for food. There might not be enough. The water would wash them all away. And there it is. Alberca getting towards the Manta. Has had a perfect game thus far. 4-0-0, 142 CS. Looking to increase that one to 10 CS per minute. Is getting there, slowly but surely. Mortal Mask. Manta done. Jira is gonna hear the howl and immediately just blinks himself away. Manta is done. 16 minutes into the game. Alberca looking pretty solid. Now the silence is not going to be hurting him in any way. The jump from Rise isn't the greatest. This is looking really good for cybercats. Not gonna lie. They've slowed down the game. They have the shard on the techies. They definitely have the ability to burst people down. Yeah, well, techies now he's going to be taken down. He does get the ward. The Black Archangel gets low. Pops the ulti. Immediately going to be silenced there by the Morphling, who finishes him off with the stolen Crypt Swarm. But inside of the Cox, Chira will be eaten. And now they're coming forward. You can steal my form, but you cannot steal my sisters. The Exorcism still going to be super strong. And immediately they walk themselves into the Roche pit. The Exorcism was used, the Shapeshift as well. They know they have to be getting a bit more out of this one, and having Dirsa, it's gonna be quite good. Dodge him, being out of the pit, he's not allowing the enemies to come close, and that smoke isn't gonna be giving them anything. Dino secures himself an Aegis. RISE Esports finally get themselves ahead, and Dirsa starting to threaten the most in terms of net worth. Arrow needs to push him back. He understands. Alberca could easily finish him off. But he doesn't have the reason to go for that one. He's going for an egg, and he's supposed to take the agility from the and Force Majority is going to be showing off his shiny new Blink Dagger, and Alberca just comes over to finish off Pharaoh. This is going to be an unstoppable kill for Alberca. 6-0-0. Bonus to 50 gold. Very hard to keep that Black Dragon in place. Way too fast, way too strong, way too tanky. Gonna let it go. So he's going for an Axe against the Ursa. I don't really see it as the best one because you're taking away 70 attack speed and 20% agility. Yes, he's an agility hero, but he does have a spell to increase his attack speed quite a lot. So he's not going to be hurting as, say, a Faceless Void who just cannot attack after that was used on him. But it is going to be hindering his damage output significantly for sure. And he's working towards it quite fast. He's gonna have 2 components already. So only 2,000 gold left, a little bit less than that as well. On one side, RISE Esports, they're not using their supports for kills. On the other side, Cybercats are not using their Tiny for kills. When it comes to the late game and team fight, I definitely favor Cybercats. Not a lot of things to cancel the Black Hole. Other than the hookshot, you actually have nothing. And to be honest, canceling the Black Hole with the hookshot is not the easiest thing. Because if there are heroes in the Black Hole, which they tend to be, right? That's why you want to cancel it. There's no one in there. You might just connect onto them. And, you know, the BKB piercing stun only on the initial target. The AoE stun isn't BKB piercing. So not ideal. Blink out from the Tiny. With a DP under Invis. He knew that something bad was going his way. Dino going forward. He's gonna use the overpower there. But Tiny's not gonna be getting himself close. They do lose vision. Side of Cybercats and RISE Esports finally get themselves ahead in terms of gold there, over 1k. SV hiding in the trees, needs to be careful.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The rocket flare was used behind the tower, so Jesvi will be fine. This tier 2 dropping, that's gonna be a big deal. I'm actually surprised the Cybercats aren't poking here. They actually have really good heroes to delay this. They're gonna be using the glyph, that's gonna be buying some time. Let's see if the techies can actually clear out the next wave, and I think he's more than capable of doing it. If he does, this tower might actually stay alive. Think about TPing in, not gonna be happening. Next wave is coming, and techies is not doing anything about it. Jesvi just hiding in the trees, hoping for some extra experience, which they actually won't get.
Fallen.
Very weird. He does dig out the Kobold. Worst one for sure. So the game continues in a passive manner. The Morphling continues to farm, but then again, so does the Ursa. Aghanim Scepter on the Morphling will be there fairly soon. We'll see what the Ursa wants. Blink, BKB, they're a necessity. But after that, I guess the Basher will be next. Burka put himself in the top lane. Shows that he only needs 550 gold to finish off his Ags. Dino, well, with an Aegis is not really a target currently, but that's not going to be there for too long. In a minute and 10 seconds it will be expiring. RISE Esports are not gonna have the security of a second life. So what now? I mean, predicting how this game is gonna go, it's not easy because RISE Esports, they're gonna hit their timings earlier. But cybercats, once they do get to a point where they are stronger, there's no going back for RISE. We'll see how it goes. RISE Esports, they have better vision. That is one thing. Going into the late game, better team fight is great and all, but if you don't have the vision to initiate the fight how you would want, that's going to be a problem. Tiny initiating the fight blindly is not ideal. Jessie also has to jump in. You know? Smoke is going to be broken. He plays down a sentry. No, he's going to be spotted by it. Jessie gets himself out. The exorcism gets used. Glyph is at the ready from the side of cybercats, so they can defend this tower for a little bit longer. Hookshot not going to be connecting. Bit off the mark. They're Aghanim Scepter done for the Morphling. They're coming over. They're bringing in the Enigma. Right back. They're ready to jump in. Ursa takes some damage. Nice heals from Dodgen. They get the silence onto the Tiny. Now they're gonna freeze him and destroy him. There is gonna be a black hole, a big one, onto the three of them, pulling them in. The Ursa is gonna be the only one dying, but he has the Aegis, so it's not the greatest of targets. He gets himself away. But one dog out. The other one will get slain by Alberca. There's gonna be a 7th kill. Overgrowth gonna be used. No way to remove that one. Dodger needs to start running away. How do you live through this one? He does have the Sentient Kai. Gets a beautiful silence there onto 3. Blizzy thinking about returning into this one, but Dino will be going in. Turns around onto Force Majeure. That's taken down, but he's gonna be drowned. And Alberca, he turns into a bear roar. He's gonna be roaring as well while RISE just run themselves away. It's gonna be a 2-for-2 fight. 3 on the side of RISE Esports if you count the Aegis. Cybercats, they're gonna be more than happy with the outcome of the fight. They don't lose their tier 2. And Alberca survives, whereas, you know, Dino, he does not. Mid lane tower will be taken down, so it's gonna be harder now for RISE Esports to secure the second Roche. Without that mid lane tower, that is a big access point that they will not have. Cybercats, they took their time, but finally they will be getting it. And now they're going for a smoke, trying to catch someone. These two can actually get kills. No, the Tiny and the Techies. The thing is, can they really kill the Lycan on the bottom lane? So they will find him. The damage is gonna start kicking in. He doesn't have the ulti, so ultimately he should fall. The DPs are coming through, but the Lycan dropping low, he's dead. Jessie, let's get the damage done there. They needed to use all of their spells there, all of their mana. And now you killed the Lycan, but his beast, the one that he controls, are gonna be quite mad about that one. They get the stun. Jessie will be the return kill, so you're not getting out of that one scot-free, but still it's gonna be a better kill for cybercats, and a lot of TPs forced towards the bottom lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Morphling is a big problem for RISE Esports. They don't have a hero against it. Ursa, later portions of the game can deal with it, but you can see that the Morphling itemized, so he gets an axe, so he's actually not in any kind of trouble. So with that Aghanims, you turn it into an Ursa, it's going to be a problem. It's not like Dino is going to be making a Linken's on the Ursa. Might decide to do so though, considering the circumstances. Without 70 attack speed and 20% of your agility, yeah, damage output of the Ursa without the overpower is non-existent. You cannot even attack. Your attack speed is really, really bad. But Lycan, he's gonna be making an axe. At least if you don't have the attack speed, I'm gonna make you faster. You're gonna be able to run. And it's gonna be a man-bear wolf coming out there from RISE. They're gonna have 3 dog heroes on their side. It will be a full-grown pack of wolves. We know how dangerous those can be. Smoke from cybercats. They're searching for something on the bottom lane. There's no one, so if you want something, you're gonna be going into a triangle, which is dangerous territory controlled by your enemies. Seneca will be going for a blink dagger. Last black hole was actually quite nice onto 3 heroes. Wasn't game changing. With a blink dagger, he might even get more.
Radiant are scanning.
Arrow. He's going towards a blink on a clockwork. Okay. Oh, I get it. So it's to cancel the black hole. You need to get into a good position to be able to get the right blink in. You know, it's BKB force now. He goes in and he's gonna have to run away. Everyone from cybercats is just TPing out. Dino, he cannot let this one slide just like that. But the thing is, he absolutely has no choice. He's gonna have to run away. With him being so low, he can very easily die if not careful. And that's going to be an 8-second BKB down the drain. Not much invested for cybercats. Whereas Alberca, he doesn't even need the BKB. It doesn't feel like it's necessary. No arrow. No arrow. You don't know what you got yourself into. Alberca will turn into. He does have some nice status resistance. Clockwork will try to get himself away. The hook shot. He gets himself to the side. But the Enigma is waiting there. Will cut through the trees. In the end, Arrow will get himself away. But Tiny does find him, does back. Yeah, I spoke too soon. Arrow is gone. Alberca does get the kill. 9-0-0-258 in terms of CS. Alberca is having the perfect game. Doesn't get much better than that. RISE Esports, though, despite all of that, they're still ahead in terms of net worth. Despite the Morphling having a perfect game, keeping themselves in it. If they kill this guy once, that's going to be a big bounty going their way. But killing him, well, that's a little bit easier said than done. You know, he's talking to his team. Guys, I got this. I'm going to be able to crush that water boy. Just don't worry about it. I wouldn't be so sure. Morphling looks very powerful in this one. Scotty almost done. There's gonna be a big deal against the DP. All of your heals, they're gonna be they're just not gonna be as strong. 25% less is a big deal, and not being able to move as a DP is a big deal. Win probability, we're seeing it is gonna be cybercats in our favor, but RISE Esports not out of it just yet.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
In terms of experience, cybercats are leading slightly. In terms of gold, it is the other way around. Cybercats preparing for a smoke. And there it is. Bottom lane, though, it is being pressured. You do have the chain protector, so you know that probably your base is not going to be open at all. RISE Esports aware of this one, not seeing anyone on the bottom lane with the Black Dragon coming over to just take everything down. He's going to take some hits from the tower, not really going to be in any kind of trouble. And overall, now it's so obvious. 10 heroes on the map are out in a smoke. Comes the big Black Dragon. Eidolons, not something you want to be fighting against. Now RISE Esports knows roughly where cybercats are. Chira is going to be showing himself.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, not much is going to be going on here. We'll see if RISE Esports can actually pressure the bottom lane enough so they get some advantages here for the Roche. For now, that doesn't seem to be the case. They go in with the hook shot, and Techies is going to be destroyed. Doesn't have a buyback. That is a big deal that you start off the fight that way. Adaptive Strike gonna be hurting him quite a lot. Sentry is gonna be placed, but Alberca just focuses, goes in front there. He does have a DD, no one can get close to him. DD bottled up. Scotty almost finished. Whoever challenges this guy is gonna be in a world of pain. So you gotta kill his RISE Esports, but you don't get much out of it. Of course, your ulti is very low cooldown, so Arrow and Dino, they're gonna be able to go in yet again.
And it's off.
This is the thing. This is the thing that swings it a little bit in RISE Esports' favor, is the clockwork, the vision that this guy gives. That is something that we always have to keep in mind, because no matter what kind of a positioning there is, if you see the enemies, you can get the right jump, and that is the most important thing. Enigma will have a blink, does have the Wraith Pact and the mech, or Guardian Greaves. BKB done on the Tiny. I'm expecting him to go for an Aghanim's crit. That would make a lot of sense, because you don't have a lot of AoE damage. DD gonna be used by Alberca. You cannot keep it in the bottle forever. At some point, it will be popping out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There's nothing you can do about it. I really would like this Lycan to put more emphasis on the bottom lane. Alberca goes into the pit with the DD. It should be known by RISE. They have a clockwork. Shapeshift is being used. Actually, was used on the Ursa. Is he gonna be going in? As Dino's already going onto the Enigma. They get a hookshot. They're gonna try to push it back. No! Makes a mistake there with the pushback, and Now Dino, he wants to go on Kachira. He's doing a lot of damage, but the stun from Jesvi just in time. He's not gonna allow him. He has to run. He will explode. Going through the mines, it is not the best thing to do. Enigma still has the black hole. He can still go for that one if he wants to. It's not gonna be an easy thing to grab. Without Dino, your damage is very limited. Dodger, he does secure himself the Aegis, and Force Majeure will not be able to get that one. Just not that great of a positioning. They did kill the Morphling. This was the main reason why cybercats couldn't go in. Is because the Morphling died. That is such a big deal. Lycan and the DP taking him down. Not allowing him to do anything. Getting such a huge bounty for him. He might have lost the Ursa, but everything else was focused on the Morphling. And cybercats, they didn't have anyone to assist. Just against the Death Prophet Exorcism, it's very hard to fight. But for me, that's a mistake coming out from Alberca. I mean, you have a mobility spell, you have a Manta, you should be able to get yourself away in any situation, especially around the Roche Pit where you can play with the walls quite a lot. No Blink Dagger on the Death Prophet in the previous fight. Dodgen will have it for future ones, so I'm very much surprised. Blizzy is gonna have a Hex, so now RISE Esports, they're actually really ahead. They have the Aegis. It's not in the Ursa, not ideal, but they didn't even give him the shard. Like, you're not worth it. Blizzy gonna be going for that one. And now with the shard, the lanes are really gonna start pushing out. So lanes are gonna be going in favor of RISE. They have a clockwork, so they're gonna have an overwhelming vision for sure. Even with the mistake there with the clockwork not pushing back the Enigma, if he did, Enigma probably dies. Enigma dies there. Dino, it's not so much about him surviving because of it. He probably doesn't either. He probably doesn't survive anyways, but the thing is that there is no threat of the black hole, and RISE Esports, they can just continue chasing on and on. SV has the Force Staff, will get himself away. He's gonna leave some mines behind. That Prophet has the Aegis. He's gonna be defending this tower, stands their ground. Force Majeure should be able to spot Dodgen in just a second. That's exactly what's gonna happen. He does have the Tinker Ward there up the hill. Just keeping himself safe with that one. And with the shard, so even if a sentry does come out, he's gonna be fine. You can see his eyes, they're going up and down. How much he's looking at the map. Dodgen? He's not panicking that much. He's taking it easy. 53 minutes into the game, only 22 kills. Definitely the most passive game that we've had today, but it might just be the longest. Black Dragon there, it will be going down like not being able to defend it. Let's have the Wolf Bite Agonist is at the ready. We saw how strong the Ursa can be, but he might be fast still. Can't lose a lot of stats to the Morphling. Waveform attacks targets. The damage from the Morphling now, it is going to be even higher. Waveform, you pretty much now do double the damage that you did before. You know, is continuing to farm. He can't get himself to the top of the network chart, but yes, you can. With that shard being given to him, it is going to be Blizzy that is stopping it now. With a hero that probably had the worst laning phase out of them all, is now at the top. So Blizzy showing... Oh, actually, the shard didn't go to him. He bought it. It was stolen. Thank you to the Observer for showing it to us. Oh, man, Dodgen is just way too fast. He sees you every single time. They're going to get the Hex, and the Bear is mad. They're going to get on top of him. They have the Force Staff. It's not going to be enough. Buyback on the Tiny is ready. Arrow will try to get himself away, but the Adaptive Strike does way too much damage. They found a nice initiation. But Zeneca, he cannot get close. Actually, he can, and now the Wolves are going to be pulled into darkness. Immediate silence. He's not going to be able to connect with that one, but Dino, in the end, he does fall. Alberca does way too much damage. The buyback on the Tiny. The chase will be going on, and Alberca gets a triple kill. You killed me in the previous fight. Why are you running now? RISE Esports, with fear in their eyes, they'll get themselves back. They did force out the buyback of the Tiny. Not enough. Oh, BKB on the Enigma means that your black hole does get taken down quite easily there with the silence of the DP. But boy, those Yule Scepters onto the Tiny are just amazing. So what you do, either you precast on him or you're spamming the Yules on a place where you think he's going to be jumping in. If someone tells you, oh, he just reacts so fast, no, you're not reacting too fast for him not to get the avalanche off. That doesn't happen. This is Dodgen being ready. He knows that the Tiny is coming. Ready for him every single time.
is under attack.
DD has been found by the Morphling now, so if a fight like that would break out, he'd be doing even more damage. So Suck cannot survive. Hook shot not gonna be connecting. That's gonna be just be surviving now. Reactive taser. So they've come into play. Alberca with the DD. And this guy does more than 600 damage, 650 to be exact per hit. I don't know how hard it is to contain him. Morphling, most of his damage does come from stats, so DD is an item he really likes. Arrow, he's being hunted. Alberca is coming. He knows he has seen him. Arrow gets to the low ground just in time, but still, he's in no man's land. How do you get out of this one? Actually, you do. If Dodgen comes to save you, Dino is gonna be there as well. You kill our supports, we kill yours back immediately. This time around, Dino is gonna be fast enough to get himself away. From the CM immediately cancelled out, and they have got the Lycan. This is your strongest hero. We want him dead. Blizzy is running away. Not gonna be going too far because there's gonna be an active strike following him, but in the end it's gonna be Chira who finishes him off. Before that, Dino is turned into his bear form again. The enrage will not save you, but the trees might. He's gonna be getting into those. He's gonna take a lot of damage. Dino, he needs to be able to blink out, and he does just in time, but that's gonna be a big fight for Cybercats because they've killed 2. Actually, they killed 3. 4 if we count the buybacks. Dino will go for the enrage there, but it's just from the earth shock. Not going to be lasting long enough for him to get into any kind of defensive position. And Alberca, he has died once in this game, 16-1. They've gotten to a point where they can just knock on your front door. And what are you going to do about it? They don't have the glyph. This tower is gone. But do you use buybacks to defend? If you don't, you might lose more than 1 Rax, because look at this damage from the Morphling and the Tiny. They're just so fast at pushing. No chances for the Raxes to live. Chira now he's going to be looking towards the mid lane. They do have a glyph again. That's 6 seconds you can buy for yourself. Once the Lycan is up, you can maybe expect Dirsa to buy back, but how do you start the fight? If you're RISE Esports, Dodgen does have a blink. Maybe he's going to be going in. Alberca and the Tiny looking what we're doing. There it is. Blink hacks onto the Morphling. They're going to try to kill him. Oh, Enigma gets tossed by Chira, but it doesn't matter because he's going to be pulling them into the black hole, but they have to run. They just don't have the damage. Morphling is too low. He cannot fight. Chira has to pump the BKB and Zenikak. That was a good black hole, but now you die, and it is gonna be a man-bear wolf that is chasing for more. Dino is very fast, he's very hungry, bloodthirsty even, forced after the low ground and gets himself away. Chain Protector isn't gonna be living through this one. It seems like he will because they have no vision, but it's gonna be found by Arrow, and Dino's already deals more than enough damage. What a black hole, but just no response. The Morphling turns around and runs away. Maybe, just maybe he should have stayed in that fight. Some big black holes from Zenica in this game, but it seems like the communication with his team just isn't the greatest. Tiny, he has the Aghanims, don't really have the positioning there to do much. He has found the Clockwork. What a usage of spells there, just perfect from him. Force Staff from the Crystal Maiden will keep her safe. Ursa has to get to the high ground, and Alberca turns into the bear as well. No agility for you, no attack speed for you. Coming forward is going to be hexed up. Let's see if he can survive through this one. There's some with the bashes, the trees come flying in. They have the force step for the Morphling, and he's going to be fine. Pops the BKB. Dino stands absolutely no chance. And let's see if anyone else does. They're going to be tossing the bear, finally taking him down. And then Blizzy, he turns into a wolf. Chira is going to be chasing. He's not afraid of wolves at all with the living armor there. That's going to be protecting him, taking the trees down, destroying the natural habitat of the wolf. He has to go into water, but he's not that strong as he is surrounded by trees, and that's going to be another fight in favor of Cybercats, and this should be it for this game. No buybacks on either Blizzy or Dino. Cybercats, they seem to have done it. The amount of damage they do to towers is insane. You don't have the glyph. You don't have the capabilities to do anything. Look at Alberca and his damage. That is without the DD. 450, even more. 470 on this one. Look at Chira. Even stronger. They're gonna be going for the end, for the GG push. What are you gonna do, RISE Esports? You're gonna watch as we take away everything. Silence from the DP. No one really cares about it. Gonna be avalanche tossed into the hands of the Morphling as the ult scepter to keep him alive for 2.5 seconds. Coming in with the Clockwork. It's going to be a nice pushback. Let's see. Dodgen with the Spirit Siphons. He's taking some time to die, but ultimately Alberca will take him down. He did give one big streak to the enemies, but this one, an even bigger one, will not be going into the hands of RISE Esports. They finally call GG. It is over. Game 1. Cybercats are the victors. I'm pretty sure Black Archangel is going to be breaking those cat ears there. Because he does look like a traitor now. Cybercats has cat ears. Didn't do well in the game. Anyways, though, it is going to be game number 1. Cybercats, very solid performance there. You saw in the early stages of the game, they didn't really want to fight, but it seems like RISE Esports, they could not apply the pressure needed. After that Roche fight, it seemed like they were going to take it. But the thing is, if you do not use your heroes at the part of the game where they're strong, mainly the Clockwork and the Crystal Maiden, not using them to get the kills, to fight constantly, well, you're allowing your enemies to play their game in a way that they want to, and ultimately it will come to bite you in the end, and it is going to be a victory for Cybercats. We saw some big black holes. Overall, they didn't amount to much, but they definitely put the fear into the hearts of RISE Esports, keeping them away from going aggressively, and in the end, they're going to be losing. But with that being said, guys, we are going to be going into a short break and going back into the second, but actually last game of the day.